Hey, welcome back to a new video. Prison Break is a television drama series that aired from 2005 to 2017. The show follows Michael Scofield, a brilliant engineer who gets himself incarcerated in a maximum security prison to break out his wrongfully convicted brother, Lincoln Burrows. To execute the plan, Scofield tattoos the prison's blueprint on his body and navigates through various obstacles, including corrupt officials and dangerous inmates. The series is renowned for its suspenseful plot twists, complex characters, and intricate escape plans, making it a gripping watch for fans of crime dramas. Michael Scofield is directly involved in breaking out of 3 different prisons throughout the series. In today's video, here are the 10 most secured prisons in the world that's extremely difficult to break out of, even for someone as resourceful as Michael Scofield. Are you new to this channel? I really appreciate you subscribing and hitting the notification bell. Alcatraz Federal Penitentiary, United States. Alcatraz Federal Penitentiary, commonly known as Alcatraz, was a high-security federal prison located on Alcatraz Island, situated 1.25 miles off the coast of San Francisco, California. Positioned on an isolated island, it was encircled by strong currents and icy waters, making escape extremely challenging. The prison itself was fortified with tall walls topped with barbed wire, while the bay waters were deemed perilous, dissuading any escape efforts. Stringent security measures, including constant surveillance, regular head counts, and well-trained guards armed with firearms, were implemented to prevent any potential escapes. Alcatraz also boasted cutting-edge security technology for its era, incorporating motion sensors and searchlights. Inmates adhered to a highly structured routine with minimal privileges, such as restricted visitation rights and limited recreational activities, further discouraging any attempts to flee. Over its 29 years of operation, it housed a total of 1,500 prisoners, including several infamous individuals like Al Capone, George Machine Gun Kelly, and Robert Stroud, famously known as the Birdman of Alcatraz for his avian studies. The penitentiary claimed to have a flawless record of no successful escapes. However, there were a total of 36 prisoners who attempted 14 escapes, with 2 individuals making 2 attempts each. Of these, 23 were apprehended, 6 were fatally shot during their escape attempts, 2 drowned, and 5 remain missing and presumed drowned. Although it is no longer operational, Alcatraz remains one of the world's most renowned prisons, with its former grounds now serving as a museum. It stands as a major tourist attraction in San Francisco, drawing approximately 1.5 million visitors annually. HMP Belmarsh, United Kingdom. His Majesty's Prison Belmarsh, also referred to as HMP Belmarsh, is a Category A men's correctional facility situated in Thamesmead, southeast London, England. It accommodates inmates from various regions across England and Wales. Category A prisons like HMP Belmarsh are designated as high-security establishments, housing individuals deemed to pose significant threats to public safety should they manage to escape. Given the stringent security requirements, Category A prisons are typically not overcrowded. HMP Belmarsh often handles high-profile cases, particularly those involving national security concerns. The prison is fortified with formidable defenses such as towering walls, electronic gates, and extensive surveillance systems, including CCTV cameras and motion sensors. Guards maintain a vigilant presence, conducting regular patrols to ensure security. Inmates are typically housed in individual cells, closely monitored to prevent any collaboration on escape attempts. Furthermore, the strategic urban location of the prison complicates potential escape efforts by restricting access points. Over the years, HMP Belmarsh has housed numerous high-profile criminals. Among the most notable are Abu Hamza al-Masri, a radical Islamic cleric convicted in 2015 on terrorism-related charges, Richard Reed, infamously known as the Shoe Bomber for his attempt to detonate explosives aboard a transatlantic flight in 2001, and Ronnie Biggs, a notorious British criminal involved in the infamous Great Train Robbery of 1963. The prison has earned the moniker Britain's Guantanamo Bay due to its extended detention of terrorism suspects without formal charges, drawing parallels to the controversial detention facility in the United States. Fuu Prison, Japan. Fuu Prison, situated in the outskirts of Tokyo within Fuu City, stands as Japan's largest correctional facility. Originally constructed in downtown Tokyo, Sugamo, the prison was relocated to its current location in 1924 following destruction caused by the Great Kanto earthquake of 1923. Housing both Japanese and foreign prisoners, it primarily accommodates male offenders aged 26 and above, serving sentences of 10 years or more, often with prior criminal records. Spanning an expansive 22.6 hectares, Fuu Prison is encircled by imposing walls and fences measuring 1.8 kilometers in length and standing 5.5 meters tall, topped with barbed wire to deter escape attempts. Enhanced surveillance technology, including CCTV cameras and motion sensors, along with regular guard patrols, ensure swift detection of any breaches. Inmates adhere to a rigid daily schedule and stringent disciplinary measures, discouraging any thoughts of escape. Guards undergo rigorous training to effectively manage various scenarios, including attempts to flee. Moreover, Japan's stringent penalties for escape serve as a formidable deterrent. With a capacity exceeding 2,000 inmates, Fuu Prison has housed notable individuals such as George Abe, a Japanese author and former Yakuza member, Richard Hines, an American murderer, and Kenichi Shinoda, a prominent Japanese Yakuza leader. Notably, the prison maintains an impeccable record, with no documented instances of successful prisoner escapes. Arthur Road Jail, India. Mumbai Central Prison, popularly known as Arthur Road Jail, was established in 1926 and stands as Mumbai's oldest and largest correctional facility. Spanning 2 acres of land near Jacobs Circle, Satrasta, the jail is surrounded by towering high-rises containing both residential and commercial properties. Employing a range of security measures, including perimeter fencing, guard towers manned by armed personnel, surveillance cameras, access control systems, and regular search procedures, the facility is equipped to maintain order and ensure the safety of inmates and staff. These measures aim to deter escape attempts and unauthorized access while monitoring inmate activity. Since its inception, Arthur Road Jail has maintained a flawless record, with no confirmed instances of prisoner escapes. Despite its intended capacity of over 1,000 inmates, the prison routinely houses nearly 3,000 individuals, leading to severe overcrowding and strain on resources, including space and sanitation facilities, rendering it one of the most congested prisons in India. However, concerns regarding human rights violations within the facility are well documented. Reports of rampant corruption, extortion, sexual exploitation of inmates, and inadequate medical care have surfaced, prompting scrutiny from authorities. Notable individuals who have been incarcerated at Arthur Road Jail include Sanjay Dutt, a prominent Bollywood actor convicted for illegal possession of firearms, Ajmal Kasab, a Pakistani terrorist involved in the 2008 Mumbai attacks, and Abu Salam, a notorious terrorist and organized crime leader. Camp Delta, Cuba. Camp Delta, located within Guantanamo Bay, is a permanent detainment facility operated by the United States. It serves as a high-security prison housing the most dangerous terrorists and war criminals identified as top priorities by the U.S. government, notably including suspects affiliated with Al-Qaeda. The security measures at Camp Delta are stringent, with up to 12 guards assigned to monitor each individual prisoner continuously. The entire Guantanamo Bay detention complex, including Camp Delta, is fortified by multiple layers of perimeter fencing, potentially incorporating high barriers topped with razor wire or other obstacles to deter unauthorized access. Guard towers positioned strategically along the perimeter are manned by armed personnel who vigilantly monitor the surroundings for any signs of unauthorized activity. Advanced surveillance systems, such as CCTV cameras, are extensively deployed throughout the facility to observe detainee behavior and promptly identify any security breaches. Access control measures are enforced rigorously, with controlled entry and exit points staffed by trained security personnel conducting thorough screenings of individuals entering or leaving the camp. The military presence at Camp Delta is substantial, with members of the United States Armed Forces playing a pivotal role in maintaining order, enforcing security protocols, and responding swiftly to any security incidents. Comprehensive protocols are in place to address various security threats, including breach attempts or disturbances among detainees, involving rapid deployment of security forces and coordinated response efforts. Considered one of the most secure prisons, escaping from Camp Delta would pose an immense challenge. Even if one were to somehow evade detection, they would find themselves within the confines of a heavily guarded military base, adding further obstacles to any escape attempt. Black Dolphin, Russia. Penal Colony No. 6, commonly known as the Black Dolphin Prison, is a correctional facility located in Soliletsk, Orenburg Oblast, Russia. It holds the distinction of being one of Russia's oldest prisons. The informal moniker Black Dolphin stems from a sculpture crafted by prisoners, depicting a black dolphin, situated in front of the main entrance. Renowned for housing some of Russia's most dangerous criminals, including terrorists, serial killers, cannibals, and organized crime figures, the Black Dolphin Prison boasts an unparalleled level of security. Several factors contribute to this. Upon arrival at the prison, inmates are blindfolded to prevent mapping out the facility or planning escapes. Similarly, during inter-building transport, inmates remain blindfolded. Prison officers utilize a distinctive escorting technique, whereby inmates are bent over at the waist with their handcuffed hands held higher than the hips, maximizing control while limiting their view of surroundings. Its remote location in a secluded area far from major population centers makes escape attempts challenging and restricts unauthorized access. Surrounding the facility are multiple layers of fencing, including towering walls topped with razor wire, effectively thwarting escape efforts. Guard towers, strategically positioned and manned by armed personnel, diligently monitor the perimeter for any signs of unauthorized activity. Furthermore, advanced surveillance technology, such as CCTV cameras, comprehensively surveils inmate movements, promptly detecting any security breaches. Stringent access control measures are enforced at entry and exit points, including meticulous screenings to prevent contraband smuggling and unauthorized entry. The highly trained prison staff, comprising guards and administrative personnel, undergo rigorous training to proficiently manage security threats and maintain control over the inmate population. Inmates are often subject to solitary confinement or segregated living arrangements, reducing the likelihood of violence and escape attempts. Well-established response protocols facilitate swift responses to security threats, ensuring coordination with law enforcement agencies when necessary. Additionally, inmates are subjected to stringent discipline and routine inspections to uphold adherence to prison regulations. Moreover, the physical constraints of cells and living quarters, featuring reinforced doors and limited access points, further deter escape attempts. Remarkably, no inmate has ever successfully escaped from the Black Dolphin prison, a testament to its stringent security measures and operational effectiveness. Pedic Island Prison, Russia. Pedic Island Prison, also dubbed Russia's equivalent of Alcatraz, occupies a small island on Ogneny Ostrov in the central Russian Vologda region. Established in 1517 as a Russian Orthodox monastery, it underwent conversion into a prison following the Russian Revolution in 1917, designated to incarcerate enemies of the revolution. Renowned for its maximum security and unparalleled isolation, Pedic Island Prison stands as one of Russia's most remote penitentiaries. Nestled on a secluded island in the midst of a lake, ensconced within the heart of a Russian forest, access to the prison is exclusively by boat, rendering it virtually inaccessible. Revered as one of the world's most dreadful correctional facilities, the prison inflicts mental anguish through stringent 22.5-hour daily lockdowns within cramped two-man quarters. Moreover, prisoners are afforded only 2 visits per year, further exacerbating their isolation. Escape from Pedic Island Prison is deemed virtually impossible, with the surrounding freezing waters of White Lake serving as a formidable barrier. Being a maximum security facility detached from the mainland, any attempt to tunnel out would inevitably encounter water, while any endeavor to traverse the waters would meet with deadly force. To date, no successful escapes from Pedic Island Prison have been recorded. Qinqing Prison, China. Qinqing Prison, situated in Qinqing Village, stands as a maximum security correctional facility constructed in 1958 with assistance from the Soviet Union. It remains the sole prison under the jurisdiction of China's Ministry of Public Security. Renowned for its towering watchtower, recognized as among the tallest in the world, the prison is nestled amidst valleys on all sides. Qinqing is distinguished for accommodating high-profile political detainees and individuals convicted of crimes against the state. It upholds a reputation for rigorous security protocols, although comprehensive information about its operations remains shrouded in secrecy, typical of Chinese prison facilities. The prison is safeguarded by extensively trained security personnel, including military guards and members of China's state security apparatus. Likely equipped with advanced surveillance technology, such as CCTV cameras, the facility closely monitors inmate activities to prevent security breaches. Access to Qinqing is meticulously controlled, with limited entry points and stringent screenings for both visitors and staff, serving as deterrents against unauthorized access. Inmates may undergo solitary confinement or segregation to curtail communication and thwart coordination for escape attempts. Operational details of Qinqing are veiled in secrecy, tightly regulated by the Chinese government, thereby restricting public awareness of its security protocols and procedures. Upon entry into the prison, inmates are assigned numerical designations in lieu of their original names. This numerical identifier comprises 2 segments. The initial 2 digits denote the year of the prisoner's arrival at Qinqing, while the subsequent digits represent the sequential number assigned. Tadmor Prison, Syria. Tadmor Prison, situated in the desolate deserts of eastern Syria near Palmyra, originally comprised structures erected as military barracks by the French Mandate forces. Subsequently repurposed by the Syrian government, it transformed into a notorious prison renowned for its extreme human rights abuses and dismal living conditions. Regarded as one of the most inhospitable prisons to endure, its design aimed to inflict maximum suffering, instill fear, and degrade prisoners' dignity, ultimately breaking their spirits. Within Tadmor's confines, prisoners endured isolation from the external world, with strict prohibitions on inter-inmate communication, fostering an environment of perpetual dread where death could strike at any moment. Syrian poet Faraj Bayraktar labeled Tadmor as a kingdom of death and madness, while dissident Yassin al-Hajj Salih referred to it as the absolute prison. Bayraktar's literary work, specifically the third chapter titled Tadmoriyat, Beyond Surrealism, vividly portrays the prison's grim reality through a series of poetic and prosaic portraits, depicting its high walls of stubborn cold cement, observation towers, minefields, barriers and checkpoints, fortifications and highly trained military units, and surrounded by lessons of pure, national fear. As for escape prospects, Tadmor's remote desert location presents a formidable obstacle, compounded by the sole access point, a tunnel necessitating crawling, which is heavily fortified, ensuring high security. However, despite its impregnability, Tadmor prison fell victim to capture and destruction by militants from the Islamic State of Iraq and the Levant in May 2015. ADX Florence, United States. The United States Penitentiary, Administrative Maximum Facility, widely known as ADX Florence or the Florence Supermax, situated in Florence, Colorado, stands as a federal supermax prison, earning the moniker Alcatraz of the Rockies. ADX Florence is purposefully designed to maintain near-total solitary confinement for all inmates. Occupying 21 acres of land, the facility houses male prisoners deemed highly dangerous and necessitating stringent security measures. With 9 housing units enclosed by a secure fence, each cell is soundproofed to prevent any form of interaction among prisoners. Furthermore, the minuscule window in each cell offers limited visibility, making it exceedingly difficult for inmates to discern their location and plan an escape. ADX Florence is equipped with an array of security features, including motion detectors, surveillance cameras, and 1,400 remote-controlled steel doors. Continuous monitoring by officers in the control center ensures 24-hour surveillance, with the capability to activate a panic button to seal off all doors in the event of an escape attempt. The perimeter is fortified with pressure pads and 12-foot-tall razor wire fences, patrolled by heavily armed officers. Laser beams and attack dogs provide an additional layer of security surrounding the prison's outer fences. Home to over 400 of the most dangerous and violent offenders within the federal prison system, ADX Florence has housed notorious individuals such as the Unabomber Ted Kaczynski, Oklahoma City bombing co-conspirator Terry Nichols, the Boston Marathon bomber Dzhokhar Tsarnaev, and numerous other convicted terrorists. And that completes our list of the 10 most secure prisons in the world. Which of the prisons do you think Michael Scofield has a chance of escaping from if he were ever in prison there? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.